names are Ranjit Singh. In form, I've been using in rally RS Kuku. I've been driving my rally career. I started in 1997. Born and brought up in Uganda. My dad and mom were born in Uganda as well. So that's my background of where I am from. Though. Yeah. Now, I was inspired actually by my elder brother, Kaka Jr. He was driving for Dembe rally team in the late 80s, early 80s I think. And I used to go for service with him. Or sometimes he used to take me in his car for a test drive and all that. So I inspired from my elder brother, Kaka Jr. to rally though. So when I was now working, and in 1997 I felt the urge of driving. I was running a workshop by that time. So I said, no, let me try as well. So my elder brother gave me guideline of how to drive, and then I was the youngest crew to enter into Dembe rally team in 1997. Due to my brother, and our main sponsor by that time, after actually became my sponsor, was Karim for Dembe rally team. Yeah.
So how was that process like, going into Dembe rally team?
By that time, it was actually friends. I would tell you that Dembe rally team actually began as friends. Karim used to sponsor my brother Kaka Junior for rally. He was a sponsor by that time. But even him, when he was sponsoring, he got the urge to drive with the late Jimmy Dean and late Gerard Kidu and Mayanja, Sunday Manara, I think. Yeah, so Karim actually got an urge to drive the PA10. Actually, it was a PA10 if I remember when he started. So he was just driving a training rally. He said, let me drive. So he just started driving, and that's how Karim entered into rallying. He was a sponsor. Now he became a competitor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There, then you started rallying. You came to the world of motorsport. Did you once drove for Dembe rally team?
Yes, I did. It was not my first year that I drove under Dembe rally team. I was actually private. The time in 1997, in the Clubman Championship, I was sponsored by myself. But the following year, in 1998, is when I joined Dembe rally team. And I actually got a Golf GTI. That's when my career with Dembe rally team entered in. So I was one of the youngest crew by that time for Dembe rally team. And I was the youngest crew by that time in 1997 to win the Clubman Championship in 1997. I was the youngest driver then. Yes.
You, after acquiring your very first car, you caught the eye of Karim
Well, as I told you, Karim was sponsor of my elder brother, and he was a very close family friend of ours. He's a very close family friend, Karim. So it was just that when he saw me driving, he told me, Kuku, no, you also join under Dembe rally team. So we can have about, by that time it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Kaka Junior, Karim, Kidu, Jimmy Dean. I never drove with Jimmy Dean, and then it was me. We were about 4 cars by that time in Dembe rally team in the 97-98 time. Yes, that's how I joined in. He told me, no, Kuku, you're also with me in the same team. So actually he started sponsoring me as well under Dembe flag here.
Okay. So in the process there, what was your peak time like? What are the moments that you remember they really caught you and you were so excited with the sport and you're loving the sport?
Actually, I remember one moment. It was, I think, 1998 when I was in a Golf. There was a rally that we were driving with Karim in 205, Kaka Junior in a Golf 2 liter. I had a Golf 1.8 liter. Muhanji was there with Chitagulo, and Emmanuel Kato was with a GT4 Celica that time, and Chippa Adams as well. I remember that moment that I had just entered as an NRC driver. I think it was the month of April in 1998. I was even awarded the sportsman of that month. I led the whole rally from day one, from the circuit. I led everyone for 95% of the rally until Karim caught me on the last section and he overtook me just 7 kilometers to FF. But 95% of the rally, I was leading the road. Car number 1 was me, car number 2 was Karim, and car number 3 was Kaka Junior. So that was one of the best moments of my rally. I still do remember that it was just one of the best times in the Golfs. The Golfs were really, really good. I had cars. Yeah.
By that time, there was a rivalry, and again, there was friendship between the teams. I mean, how did you balance that, which we are not seeing of late?
I want to be honest on one thing. The rallies we had in the 90s, yes, we had rivalries, it's true, but that was in the car, on the road. But when you're in service, everyone was free to the other. You would even enter in anyone's camp and say, give me this tire, or give me something, nobody would refuse you. Or get a mechanic from someone's camp, or Emmanuel's camp, or Mohanji's camp, and then you come and work on my car. People were friendly. Let me tell you, there was nothing like called hatrages or something like that in the 90s. And one of the best moments of rally that I have seen were in the 90s, the late 90s, the mid 90s, coming to 2000. It was one of the best moments of rally that we had, or that what I enjoyed. Now it's not rally, now it's a sprint. What we're driving today is sprints. The roads are flat, it's not anymore rally. It is a sprint.
There are no challenges.
There's no challenges like what we used to have. We used to have three days of rally. We used to do 1,000 kilometers. We used to go to Mbale, Soronko, all kinds of places, 3-day rally. We would drive 1,000 kilometers. Today rally is for 260 kilometers, 300 kilometers, competitive maybe 150 kilometers. These are not rallies. These are sprints to me. It is just power. Person who has a powerful car will definitely win the show as long as it's on the road. Yeah.
Being maybe around on the track, in the service park, do you remember anything like a brawl or misunderstandings between the teams, between the crews, maybe?
Well, yes, there used to be. Okay, I won't say it was a bed of roses. There used to be. But those were just minor, But they would end in the service park, huh? Like, first, definitely, Dembe rally team had rivalry with Emmanuel Katoska and Mohanji. They were our rivalries. But that was in the pitch, in the track, not outside. Outside, you're all partying together, you're having fun. That one comes in your camp and is eating and drinking with you, It was just fun. It was like a picnic kind of thing, I would say. It was like a family kind of reunion that time, I would say. It was something fun. You'd even love to go for a rally. You would even love waiting for a rally, that when is it, so we can have fun together. Yeah. Which is not the case now. Now here you can be in the service park and you sit on your tent, you are seated alone there like there's nothing, like I've killed someone, no, Yeah.
People are not talking to each other.
People are not fun. Actually, now people have taken it on a higher level. I mean, winning in rally, it is there. The best team wins. According to me, the best team wins. But that mingling, the friendship, or the get together, talking, is not there. Today, somebody coming to your tent is coming to spy you, whether what have you done or what is illegal in your car, or kind of just to make a circus about you. Nothing much. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, do you think the sport is moving in the right direction right now, according to, or compared to the years way back?
I don't know what I would say, but I've told many of the competitors and the new coming up crews. I've told them the rallies we had in the 90s and the 2000, early 2000, I think around up to 2006, 2007. I think I took a break in 2004. 2005 I took a break. Till then, rally was just amazing. Let me tell you, we had times, okay? Today's sprints, or you call autocross, or you call circuits today, it's a business-making entity today, all right? You go for a circuit today, you reach there 7 in the morning, and you have, the first car is flagged at 1 o'clock. After waiting 5 hours to 6 hours, really, even the momentum you have to drive, it's already dead. You're just waiting. Those days, it was not like that. 9 o'clock, the first car in the morning is on the track, whether there is 10 people or 20 people on the track. It is open. 9 o'clock, first car is on the track. By around 3, 4 o'clock, everything is done. The competitors would go and even rest for the following day rally. They get time to relax. Today here, it's nothing like that. By the time you leave a sprint or a circuit today, you reach home at around 10 o'clock at night. And in the morning, you have to come 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock for the start. You're already tired, you know? I think there should be some bit of that element that a driver or a co-driver also need time to rest. Despite that we're in this event, you need time to rest as well. Yeah, which is not there today. Yeah.
During your times of competition and rallying, do you remember any fun or that funny story, the funny moment you've
No, I won't be I will tell you a story that happened in, by that time we had more sprints and our circuits used to be in Kazi. Yeah? We used to do all kind of sprints there. I do remember have good moments of Kazi. I don't think I have ever done, I've been top 3 or top 4 all the time in the circuits in that place. There was a young kid that time, I think it was in 2001. 2001, I was driving a GC8 Subaru, a yellow one. The boy made a duplicate, exact same car in a plastic jerrycan. And he made for me a car written on everything on it, Kuku, Dembe rally team, tires, everything. He made a nice showpiece of a toy and gave it to me. One of the best things I ever got there. In rally, yes, I learned a lot. I learned from the best. I would hear from Karim, my elder brother Kaka Jr., Chippa Adams was a very good colleague, a friend of mine as well. Emmanuel Kato, yes, Mohanji the late. We would learn. We would learn from our elders what to do in rally or how to behave, or learn from the navigations of what the best navigators would teach you about. You know, we had all moments. Those were the best moments, I would say, for rallying. Those were the best moments. Yeah.
Lowest moment. Did you encounter the lowest moment where you felt like I'm really down in this event or anywhere or in the stages, anywhere?
Well, yes, there were moments that as a team we had. One of the incident was when Dembe rally team was moving first, second, and third. Karim was car number 1 in 205. Kaka Jr. was car number 2 in a 2-liter Golf, and I was car number 3. I think it was a rally of one of the rallies in Lugazi when Karim encountered a truck or a tractor in the stage and the car caught fire. Actually, that was immediately Kaka was following behind him. He stopped. I was behind Kaka. We stopped. And you can't believe what our sponsor said. Told Karim, let's go. We enter in our car, we go. We go quickly to the hospital. He said, I am okay. Okay? You guys go and finish. I need first and second from Dembe rally team. And he actually told us, guys, move. Don't wait for me, I'll be okay. You know, that was a touching moment of that time. A sponsor telling you who's a competitor as well. You know? His car is on fire, we are seeing on fire, and he's telling you, you know, guys, move on, don't waste time here, go. Yeah, those were one of the few moments. Definitely we had issues of when you're doing very good and your car develops a problem. I used to have a problem with my GC8, my gearboxes used to blow. I remember one year I replaced over 25 gearboxes in just 1 year in my GC8. Yes, every stage I would come out. I finish a sprint, I'm putting a gearbox. I finish up 2 or 3 stages in the morning, I'm changing a gearbox. You know, it was one of those trying moments, but one of the moments that, one of the things I do remember, it was actually technical. By that time, we never knew what ratios are in the gearboxes. You know, we never knew. We would just pick a car and say, now it's a rally car, we are hitting the road, we are driving. But when I got to know from mechanics from Nairobi, who are my friends, I asked them, they told me, no, you're blowing the gearbox because the ratios are different. Your gearbox ratio and the rear diff ratio is different. So when I sorted that out, the car became very okay. But it was a learning experience, but it was a very expensive one then. Yeah.
Kuku, have you ever came so close to winning the Pearl of Africa Uganda Rally? Because it's the most prestigious event that we have in the country.
Well, yes, I have. But those were the moments I had a problem with the gearboxes. It was, I think, one of those rallies in the early 2001 or 2002. I was actually one of the top 3 behind Paul Bailey, and my gearbox blew just in the stage, and I could not finish that rally. Those were one of the events that I came too close to win that champion, to win the rally, but had luck. Yeah.
And again, looking at the competitive driver gives me headache.
No, I mean, we have good drivers. I'm not going to say they're bad drivers. No, they're good drivers. We really have, I think in Uganda we have very good drivers. We have guys like Jazz Mangat. It's very good. Yasin Yasser. Yasin is my very, very close friend. Yasin is a good driver. Okay, I'm impressed with his driving, how he adapted to an R5. Okay, then we have drivers like Duncan Chikankane. He's a very good driver. He may be rough, but he's a very good driver. To me, Duncan, I think, is one of the good local drivers. Duncan is a good driver. Okay, there's so many drivers we have here. But these are, at least I would say that yes, once they are there, you know, you'll say, man, that guy, he's quick, you know. He has a good machine, you know. Even Sebuguzi is not bad. Sebuguzi is good. Haji Omar is not bad at all. He's also good. They're good. They're good drivers we have in Uganda. Even Rakataka is a very good driver. He is good. If you can push his N10 to much times with an R5, he is a good driver. It's just a car that is giving him problems. But they are good drivers. We have. Uganda has one of the good drivers, I think, in East Africa today. Yeah.
Could you be remembering the number of cars that you have driven under brands?
I don't know. I started rallying in 1997. I took a break in 2005 for 10 years and came back in 2015. I rallied until I think I did 2021, 20, and again took a break. And then I drove, I think last year I drove one. In 2019, I drove one rally with the N14.
Yeah.
Then after that, I think I drove the Pearl. Well, I think last year, I drove Pearl. And this year I want to do a whole season. But just unfortunate, this rally I cannot drive now in January that we have because I don't have a co-driver. That's the only problem, but the car is ready. But my son is going to drive, Bebeto. He's going to drive with Lawrence Mwambazi. So I'll just go on service and cheer the team. As a team manager, I have to follow him. Yeah, take him out.
From the Golf GTI to the Subarus, now the Evos, what would you think your choice would be if you're to come back competitively?
Well, okay.
Which has been your best car?
Which has been my best car is an Evo 9. Mitsubishis are really good cars. According to me, I've driven a Subaru. Subaru, you have to fight a lot to keep it on the road or in the corner or things like that. But with an Evo, you actually make it so easy, you know. You don't need to fight. The car will, as long as you have told the car what to do, it will take you. They are very easy and very maneuverable. Yes, I would say that in maintenance costs, yes, Subaru is cheaper compared to an Evo. Evo is expensive to maintain. It is obvious. But I prefer an Evo to a Subaru. But if you come today's time, 2025 or 2024, then the R5s are the best today. They're 1600, low cc, and they're performing miraculously. They have a torque. They can move. The beautiful cars. Today would be an R5 time. Not even the Protos. Protos are good, but because they're pocket friendly. R5s are expensive to maintain, but an R5 would be the in thing today to drive. Yeah.
So Kuku is still around. Do you have that in mind that one day I will drive under a 5, or just because of the costs and all that, you will stick to the group in brands?
No. Hopefully before end of this year, I have to get an R5, that's for sure. I have to. I actually want to hand over my flag. The team flag, Simba Rally team, has to hand over the flag to the young crew of the team of Simba, who's going to be Bebeto, who's going to take over the flag. I will just have to get an R5 and I will drive my selective events I want, just for fun. Yeah, and we still even have 2 more crews coming in under Simba. There is Alim and Bubu, who's also going to join Simba Rally team with Kevin, with Bebeto. They're going to join as well, hopefully by end of this year. They will join, so next year they will do autocross. Yeah. Bebeto actually had the love for the sport. Okay? And you see, once you don't have love for the sport, you can't do anything. He had the love of the sport. He would understand on training. He would understand when you talk to him about anything, he was ready. So we started him 2 years ago to do an autocross with the Runex. Okay? And we started seeing him that he's picking up every time of the rally he does an autocross, he was picking up till he won the championship for autocross, and he was 18 now because he became 18 last year in September. So he could officially now get a driving permit to drive. So that's why this year he's driving CRC, and we want to back him up, and it's going to be his first event in January to do a longer route. Not a 6 kilometer or 8 kilometer, but to do about 30 kilometer stage or 14 kilometer stage. So we want to see him. He's been practicing. We have been teaching him. My team is good. I have my elder brother Kaka Jr. I have my twin brother Papu, who actually is very supportive, who has been directing and instructing Bebeto what to do. So we are all doing it as a team. Yeah, but let's hope for the best for him for the rally. Yeah. I'll be very honest. I went for a rally with Karim. By that time, I think I had not started rallying. Oh, I had not started rallying. I think it was 1996. Actually, when we went for a rally in Kisumu. I remember that rally. He was driving a Golf GTI 2 liter. And for the first time, it was a night rally, and it was raining heavily. Karim told me, no, Kuku, sit in the car. I was fearing. I told him, man, Karim, I can't. He told me, no, come in, sit in. And he took me for a stage of about, I think, we did a test drive about 12 to 15 kilometers in rain. And I'm telling you, Karim was a good driver, or he is still a good driver. He was one of my best drivers, I would say. Karim was my number 1 choice then. And another good driver that I actually saw was my elder brother Kaka Jr. I've gone with him in 240 RS. I've never driven one, but I've gone with him for testing. Super driver. Another guy was Chipper Adams with his DX Toyota by that time. He used to take me for test drives. He would take me and he would spin that car like, you know, just without even a bit of a second, and you see him, the car is spinning, you know, it's going sideways. You know, those were drivers. I mean, I admire them. I actually got my motivation to drive rally through them. Yeah.
See, like how we could return back in the days and, you know, make the sport interesting.
You see, according to me, I see something very easy. If you're all united, the drivers, okay, you can make a very good event. Okay, once you talk to drivers and said, you know, guys, we need to do A and a B and a C on the rally scene. You know, we don't need funds to go in, or your funds are so many. Please talk to your guys and tell them not to enter into the stages. Or, you know, there's those things that a driver can do. Okay, and Federation can, yes, follow. Federation is doing a good job, but according to me, the Federation people who are actually maybe running or putting the rules or anything, if they know what rally is all about, what it takes. I know some of them are there who have driven rally. Some navigators are there. Some drivers are there in the FMU. They know the problems that we get. According to me, rally would be so easy today. If back then, in the 80s and the 90s, we could have very good rallies, man. Very, very good rallies, huh? Why not now? We are on .com, my friend. The rally should even be on a better format today. But here, organization is a problem, you know, like what we had in Busika. The funds had all taken over the whole route. There was no way, there was no service park, there was nothing, man. Everyone was just entering in and standing everywhere you want, you know. It was just circus. As I told you, it's a money-making business today. If they would just focus on sports, on rally, that, you know, we need to make proper rules, we have to make the cars to start on the time they're supposed to start, not to wait for anyone. You don't need to wait. Whoever is coming at 2 o'clock will see the second run. We'll see. You know? Why make a rally to end at late nights? For what? We don't have night rallies anymore. You know? Organizing a rally is not that hard. You can do it. But you just have to have a good team. Once you have a good team, I'm telling you, it's so easy. So easy. You just need to have a good team to do a show.
I mean, why do you think sponsors have run away of late? All teams are struggling to get sponsors.
Well, I would think sponsors are running away because they're not getting the value for their money. You would be given an amount X, okay? But you can't account the amount X. So which sponsor is going to give you money? No one. Every sponsor wants value for their money. If someone is sponsoring me, like Karim sponsors me, Imperial Group of Hotels sponsors me, okay? But once they give me their budget or their money, I will account every penny. And if there's a balance, I'll return it back. I'll say, this is the balance that remained. You know, I'll give my accountability. It has to be transparency. If you are not transparent, no one will give you. Everyone wants. And today there is more kickback you give than getting the money. You might be getting 50 million, for example, but someone is taking 20 million as kickback. 30 million is going to do to you what? Those are 2 rallies. Even the season has not ended and you're finished, you don't have money. Accountability is a problem, that's it. Once you're transparent, take to me. We used to have sponsors then, in the back days. We used to have so many sponsors that we didn't even have time to put more tags and all that for their sponsorship flags. But now, transparency is not there. Everyone wants to eat money. You know, I think that's the downfall. And even then, the advertisement focus on a sponsorship is not there, like the way it used to be before. You know, it is not there. Yeah. So I think that's one of the problems.
But I want you to compare for me these 3 drivers.
Please.
Charlie Lubega, I know you've raced.
Yes, I've raced. Sorry, I even never mentioned Charlie Lubega.
Yeah.
Yes, he was one of the good drivers,
yeah,
and very calculative driver. Yes.
Charlie Lubega, Moses Sirumana, and Chipper Adams. I mean, I want you to tell me something about those drivers.
I would tell you. You see, Chipper Adams, I think is the one who taught Charlie Lubega, gave him some tips here and there. Although Charlie Lubega was learning, I think he was training from UK, from Don Buckley, if I remember. Charlie Lubega was really, really good, huh? But he was inspired also by, I'm sure, by Chipper Adams. Chipper Adams was a class apart. Let me tell you, Chipper Adams was gifted driver. Like the way I said Jazz Mangat is gifted driver. Chipper would come with even his hissing Supra, and the man was just going to go and beat everyone. Whether you have a GT4, whether you have 205, you have Chitaguro, forget about it. As long as Chipper is there, he's going to whip you down. He was gifted driver. with Charlie Lubega. He was a very polished driver. Actually, me and him, we had the CRC championship in 1997. And actually, I beat him in the CRC in 11, and he was driving a GT4. Tiger won by that time, and he was second. After that, I think he went for training for that car and all that from Don Buckley in UK. Charlie Lubega was a calculative driver and a very clean driver. He would not break his car. He would go for what it means it is. He was on time. If you're cheaper beating me by a minute, okay, I'm going to take at least 30 seconds on the next stage. And he would do it. Charlie was a very good driver, very gifted driver as well. Lumala is a good driver those days. But Lumala, what was the advantage for Lumala? He was used in Group A cars, like the GT4 165, okay? That car was like a tank. And he would go anywhere, any road it mattered. However rough it was, Lumala would hit. Now me who's driving a Subaru, a Group N, I would not hit the potholes like what a Group A would hit. Lumala would go for it. You know, he had advantage. That's why I say Lumala, if he has a Group A car, Lumala would do a better times in that one. He's used to those heavy cars and he can do better. I know he's bringing in a Proto to what I hear, but the Proto is light to him. I don't know how he takes it. I don't want to say a word or two from him, but I would think if he had a GT4 165, oh, Lumala would be untouchable. Bad news, take that from me. The man was good. He knew how to push that car. Oh, he was very good. Yeah. That's what I could say for those three. They are very good drivers. And I've told many times to my colleagues and my friends that the drivers we had then and me have rallied with the best drivers. I feel so proud. I have seen the best breed in the 90s and the 2000s that I don't think it's going to ever happen in the rally career, that you're going to see guys like Charlie Lubega, Gerard Kidu, Karim Hirji, Kaka Jr., Mohanji, Emmanuel Kato, Gerard Kidu. I've rallied with him also. The late Riaz Kurji also. I've rallied with him also. You know, those were breeds, you know. You guys would come from a party at night and the following day we are in the cockpit driving for the rally and hitting speeds, man. You know, it was just so nice. I don't think there are drivers like that now. Today the rally drivers we have are more calculative on everything. You know, he will not come to talk to you. You know, he will not even advise you. In the 90s they would advise you. You don't have this, you come here, I'll give you. Don't worry, you have to drive the next rally. You know, it was just so good. At one point even Riaz Kurji, Uganda Fish Packers, used to sponsor me. Yes, he used to sponsor me. He actually came into rally after watching me. He came into rally, you know. So it was nice. You see, you'd bring in a sponsor to be a competitor as well, you know. You're bringing him into the sport, all right? So it is something good, you know, which is not there today's date. It is not there. Today it is like, you know, I'm on your neck, you're on my neck. Yes, rally should be rally, friendship should be friendship. Other things can follow up on their own course on the track. That's it. Me, that's what I believe. Yeah.
Emmanuel Kato.
Yeah.
And Charles Mohanji, Gerard Chidu. Those drivers, who likely to have an upper hand over the other?
Let me tell you, I've seen all drive. But in all those three names you have given me, the person I would select, that was, according to me, a daredevil. He even took the name of daredevils in the 90s. That was the late Gerard Kidu. That guy, I think, was more gifted as a driver than anyone. I remember him in there was a rally we did it was in Lugazi. The first time they gave him a GT4 185. Karim told him, drive this car. First time. He had never tested that car. That man, the late, beating Emmanuel Kato. You know, I remember that stage. It was in Namataba, that stage. Okay, when they were coming for the last final finish, and how Gerard Kidu overtook Emmanuel Kato in 185, both of them driving 185.
Got him in a stage?
Man, Kidu won that rally for the first time in the new car. 185, the man was just a person who had not even driven that car. You know? And whipping everyone, coming from a Golf GTI. And the guy was just given a 185 Go drive. You know, overnight. That guy was just too good. Too good. Too good. Yeah.
Very interesting story.
I'm telling you. Gerard Kidu was a gifted driver.
I think we missed that talent.
I'm telling you, we do. That one, Riaz Kodji, wow. Those were gifted. Jimmy Dean. Oh, Jimmy Dean was also too good. Too good in his times. Very, very good. Those were all gifted. You see, that's why I can say that I've driven with the best. And I feel proud for that I've driven with the best. Yeah. I would tell the young generation, you can all rally, but let me tell you, if you have a good car, you need a good service, you need good spare package, you need a good sponsor. If you have those four, take it from me, you'll do rally to the best. But if you're going to come overnight and you say that I have one tire and in our mafuta I'm going to get 20 liters from this guy, 20 liters from that, you're wasting your time. You're just going for circus. Then don't rally. Don't waste your money. Don't become broke. When you're coming for rally, come the right way. And you will enjoy a season without anything, and you'll even perform the best. I'm telling you. Yeah.
The last one. We haven't talked about maybe so much about Konsiano Rakataka, but where do you see the drivers of nowadays and the drivers of back then?
I would say, like,
Comparison.
if I'm to look at Rakataka actually rallied after me. I was already in the rally scenes when I was. Rakataka came in by that time. He was a young guy by that time. Like me then, young. He rallied also. He became good day by day when he would learn his mistakes. But still, I would still hold my point that the rallies drivers that we had then was a different breed compared to today. Those are compared to different breeds. If any of the newcomers had driven with the old drivers then, you would see what I'm telling you. You know, we used to do 500, 800, 1,000 kilometers competitive. Not today's time of rally. So it's very hard to compare. We used to drive 500 kilometers competitive in 3 days. Today we can't do that. Today's 150 kilometers. 2 days. You know? As I told you earlier, to me, today's rallies are more of a sprint. They are not rally. Those times of rally, we used to have all kind of things you talk about. Potholes, trenches, call of rocks, call of everything, you know. It was rally, you know. So it is man and machine, yes, and it's service crew. So when you tell me to compare today's time of the drivers to then, are two different leagues. I can't, you know. The roads matter, the terrain matters, and how the drivers were that time matters. You know, that's it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, please.
Today,
all right.
we'll take it from there. In
All
case we get some new questions from those who would have watched.
Please come to me, ask me. I would be at helping at any time.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay.